This is the most powerful gaming tablet in the world right now, and you can basically convert it into a regular gaming laptop by connecting the included keyboard. Now, that's pretty cool and everything, but where this design really shines is when you connect this box over here. This is the XG Mobile, and this one has an NVIDIA RTX 3080 laptop GPU inside. And it connects to the tablet with a direct PCIe connection to boost gaming performance significantly. The tablet itself still has up to NVIDIA's RTX 3050 Ti graphics, not to mention a 14-core 20-thread Intel 12th Gen processor. So some pretty crazy gaming power in such a small space. How does it perform though? Well, sure, not as great as other much bigger 12th Gen options with higher power limits, but still surprisingly well compared to other bigger options. The single-threaded score in particular is actually the best I've recorded so far. From a tablet, let that sink in. Something impressive is the inclusion of a MUX switch. So we can disable the integrated graphics to get a speed boost in games, as I've shown in this video here. Though they have to be enabled for some reason if you plan on using the XG Mobile. Games can do well enough for the most part running directly off the tablet, but we can clearly see that the XG Mobile is absolutely taking things to the next level here by offering significant performance improvements. In fact, if we compare it to other results, well, it's hanging out with larger and thicker RTX 3080 gaming laptops as you'd expect. But still, there's something crazy when you consider that this is all coming out of such a portable tablet setup. The 120Hz screen is 16:10, so a little more vertical space compared to most laptops. The screen does get relatively bright with nice colors, and it looks pretty good, but the screen response time was measured at around 21.5 milliseconds. So unfortunately, there was some blurriness while playing games. It kind of also just is what it is because there just aren't a whole lot of 13-inch screens designed for gaming laptops, because there are just so few of them. But I'm sure that will improve in future. Honestly, for most people that are making use of the XG Mobile, you'll probably just leave this at home or something, even though it is quite portable, and then dock the Z13 to it, and you could leave a much larger and better external monitor connected to this. So the lower screen response time here might not actually matter unless you do plan on gaming on the go, which doesn't end up being super practical if you're running on battery power anyway. As like most other gaming laptops, the battery runtime while gaming isn't anything special due to the smaller battery size. Speaking of limitations, there are also fewer ports due to the smaller size, though that shouldn't be too unexpected. Likewise, due to that smaller size, there's just less upgradability. Pretty much all you can do is take out the M.2 SSD, but it's also got a microSD card slot behind the kickstand for storage expansion. And just speaking of that kickstand, I found it very sturdy, and you can adjust it to have the screen pretty much go all the way back, which might be useful if you're using the included pen on the touchscreen for drawing. Thermals on this machine are excellent. You can check out all the details in my full review, but worst case, we're not even seeing more than around 80 degrees Celsius in a worst case CPU plus GPU stress test. And with the XG Mobile connected, the vapor chamber cooler is pretty much entirely dedicated to the Intel CPU at that point, because the NVIDIA graphics in the tablet get disabled as they're not needed. And that also means that the CPU can get a higher power budget and end up performing better with this connected. And it's also worth noting that you can get the Z13 without discrete graphics, so if you just need the Intel integrated graphics and use it for programming or something, you don't have to pay for the NVIDIA graphics that you're not going to use. And that would probably be the optimal version if you don't need to do gaming on the go or something and you plan on just docking with an XG Mobile at home. Although the XG Mobile is pretty cool, the Z13 also has Thunderbolt support, so in theory you could also use a regular eGPU with a desktop graphics card instead. Can you get a cheaper gaming laptop and a separate tablet instead of this for less money? Absolutely. You can check out current prices with the links below the video. High performance in a small space always results in a higher price tag. That's just the way tech works. A slightly lower spec model than I've tested is $1,800 US right now, and that's without the XG Mobile. The Z13 is definitely unique and not for everyone. There are obviously a number of sacrifices with a design like this, including less upgradability, lower battery life, and fewer ports. But if you're after ultimate portability with the option of high performance, then there aren't too many alternatives out there. Check out how the Z13 performs in way more games both with and without the XG Mobile in this video next. Or if you want even more details, then check out the full review on my main channel as I go far more in depth in that one. So I'll see you over in one of those videos.